Kenya, we have a very unique culture, especially where death of a person, either very known or very close to a very known person, is concerned. It reminds me of a song that was there long before, either by design or otherwise. It became a norm that for a song to be patriotic, it has to sing about Uncle D. But before then, when you could sing a patriotic song without singing for Uncle D or for the president, there used to be a song that went like this: Kenya yetu, Kenya ni inchi ya ajabu. And really, Kenya ni inchi ya ajabu. Look at the time when somebody has died. There is a lot of noise making. When that person has been buried, 2 weeks after he or she is buried, ask those Kenyans his or her name. They would have forgotten. They would have forgotten. Let us take an example of my cousin, Wamalwa Kijana. When they were removing his body from Lee Funeral Home, the then university students stood on the road and said they'll not allow the motorcade to come out until they see Chichi, his daughter. Now, if you ask Kenyans who Chichi is, very few people will remember that Chichi is a daughter of the late Vice President. Recently, we had 2 deaths. We have so many on the way, but let me talk about 2 or 3 deaths that happened within a month. Or one is a judgment. There was the death of Senator Khalwade's herdsman. People made all kind of noise. One even went to an extent of saying Khalwade's herdsman had slippers on. I don't know. I don't know whether those people wanted Khalwade to go to Italy and buy the latest fashion of shoes for his domestic employee. Who knows whether that employee was comfortable the way he is. If the employee would have complained, if the employee would have said he's been paid late or he's been paid less than what they had agreed, then I agree we should have confronted Khalwade. His own family, his own parents organized for his funeral. Somebody from somewhere out there, maybe who did not even know who that employee was, goes ahead and casts doubt there. Of course, it should be, actually there is a problem with the Kenyan law, because in other jurisdictions, post-mortem is mandatory. But in Kenya, post-mortem is a choice. When you have lost a person, you are asked, do you suspect foul play? Say, we don't suspect. Then you are asked, has this person taken insurance? Because someone has taken insurance and you don't have a post-mortem, then the money gets lost. So if that person has no insurance, you don't suspect anything, then they have a look. There is that kind of post-mortem where they just have a physical look. But if you doubt anything, if you suspect it is homicide, or if it is a matter of a criminal proceedings, whereby you want it to be established that either the person killed himself or herself or was killed by somebody else, such issues, then we go through post-mortem. I think in future we should have everybody undergo mandatory post-mortem. You never know why it will be needed in future. Having said that, somebody out there comes out, maybe he did not even know, the deceased existed. He has come up, brought that hullabaloo, the answers have come, then the fellow withdraws and say, no, we wanted things beyond reasonable doubt, beyond reasonable doubt. That is one case. We have the case of the athlete who has just died a few hours ago. A known human rights activist looks at the pictures from the internet and makes a lot of conclusion, and even comes up and says the vehicle was hit from the back. Although I have interacted with human rights activists, let's say in a decade ago, if things don't work their way, if Kenya Police, Kenya Prison, and Kenya Wildlife and Kenya Forest and call whatever you call, observe human rights, whatever, these people do not get foreign funds. So sometimes they, like what Japheth Koome says, busybody, they make such comments to get foreign funds from other places. Some have even got foreign funds frozen. They're already in banks in Kenya. But you see, if you complete a whole month without an activity, so you do your activity and then you go and account for, let's say somebody can say, okay, I was trying to find about Kiptum's death, and from there we used 100,000 shillings and something. But that is something you did it from your house, the way I'm doing from now, but you get the 100,000. We have also the case of Maribe. The lady appeared before a lady judge, whatever. That one I'll cover in another recording about gender-based violence. But most of us, we just comment that. And I can tell you, once Joey has been convicted, you go and start that topic 3 months from today. Nobody will even remember who Joey is. That is how Kenyans are. We act on things so emotionally, we do whatever, and once the whole thing has gone, we forget. Until something else similar happens. Why don't we have a follow-up? In fact, it is wrong to have emotions during the death of somebody. Let us do something. Once the person has been buried or the case has been buried, and then we calm down and make a follow-up so that we prevent a future one happening. Thank you.